You're listening to the Unlocking Women in Leadership podcast, a conversation with yours truly, Slindile. Well, hey there, friend. It's Slindile here, South African-born author, coach, and brand strategist, as well as your host of the Unlocking Women in Leadership podcast, where we celebrate your unique leadership calling and commitment to transform your life. Welcome to this episode of the Unlocking Women in Leadership, where we talk about how to have unshakable confidence. At the recording of this episode, I have just come out of a successful book exhibition at Articulate Africa, which took place at the Durban International Convention Center. I absolutely love showcasing my books, and promoting this fourth book, Coaching Leaders for Impact, was an absolute joy. I got to meet so many incredible people, entrepreneurs, professionals, leaders, authors, aspiring authors, creators, students, and graduates who all happened to be on a self-discovery journey. It got me thinking about this question. Why do so many leaders lack a sense of purpose in the world today? You know, when leaders say, I need to learn more about strategic leadership, in essence, this is what I hear, that they are asking a couple questions in their minds. They're asking, number one, how to navigate through difficult situations. Number two, how to have a brave communication with a non-empowering boss. Number three, how to articulate your desires for a promotion, for a student loan, for additional time off without the fear of rejection. Number four, how to actively listen and take instruction without projecting past disappointment or past hurts. And lastly, how to keep a positive outlook and focus on projects, even when you're struggling emotionally or are going through a difficult season in your personal life. So today's episode is inspired by my newest book, Coaching Leaders for Impact, chapter 17 to be specific, titled Find Yourself and Your Voice. In this chapter, I've written about brave communication, and I've also written a portion on how to find ways to keep motivated in a non-empowering environment. But for today's episode, I want to talk about how to develop unshakable self-confidence. I'm talking about the confidence you need to accelerate as a leader, business owner, and service professional. Now let's start with the definition of confidence according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Confidence is defined as feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. A feeling is defined as an emotional state or reaction. Self-confidence is defined as a feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgment. And trust is defined as a firm belief in the reliability, the truth, or ability of someone or something. So basically, when you lack confidence, you lack feeling, you lack belief, and you lack faith in someone or something. You have to believe that you can have faith. That equals confidence. I like to think of it in this way. When you lack faith, you don't trust yourself or others. You don't rely on your own abilities. You don't believe in yourself. You don't accept that something exists as true. You need proof before you can believe in yourself. You don't believe that you are reliable. You don't believe that you're able. And you detach emotion as it relates to your inner power and inner strength. Throughout your career, as an expert or business leader or coach or even a service professional, there will be moments, friend, when you want to quit. The thing that helps you to build your self-confidence in yourself and your skills is to be aware of 5 reasons that possibly prevent you from taking action to move forward or to pursue your goals. Number 1, excuses. Shame is another one. the fear of being vulnerable, low self-worth, and lack of vision. You need to remember that confidence and strength thrives in adversity. So don't quit on pursuing your dream goals or going after that promotion when you feel like you're going through an adverse season in your life. Part of building your self-confidence and developing your skills is to learn how to enhance your communication in growing yourself and your business. Somewhere we've learned to restrain our capacity because we're too afraid if we're too powerful, we may offend someone. Consider this fact that your mind is a powerful tool which has the power to attract what you believe. Individuals who have no idea where you're going or what you've been through should have no influence over your future. In our businesses, when you hold back who you are, you silence a part of you that was designed to reform or recreate something new in that environment. And you grant fear and intimidation permission to hold you captive. I believe too many leaders have convinced themselves that they are followers and in the process have numbed their ability to see themselves successful. The pain associated with past disappointments, failure, or rejection outweighs the desire to fulfill their dreams. I don't want you to be that leader, friend. As someone who has endured many adverse situations and overcome much turmoil in my life, trust me, I can honestly tell you that the adversity comes to test your inner core. Ultimately, what doesn't break you will strengthen you. So believe that you're going to come out and go through the difficulties that you're going through. I'm also aware that people don't like to talk about the things that antagonize them in business or are hard in business because they haven't learned how to rule and reign with power and authority over evil forces. Shifting atmospheres alone won't do it. Declarations and affirmations won't do it either. You've got to believe in yourself and have the confidence, the unshakable confidence that scares people because it activates your faith to move mountains. If you're called as an expert to influence places of authority around the world, trust me, at some point you will experience some level of hardship. I'm not prophesying it, I'm merely stating the truth. So rather than fear being afflicted or rejected, have the confidence and the courage to believe that you will come out stronger on the other side. I know that in my own life personally, when I go through adversity, as you will note many times I've said go through, not wallow in self-pity or complain about my situation. I show up for myself even when I don't feel like it. I learned a long time ago that my feelings won't get me out of adverse situations, but you bet my faith and my spirit will. Those who serve others before themselves are only noble, friend, when they know how to also take care of themselves. I honestly believe that it's foolish to think that you can change the world and positively impact others if you neglect to invest in your own personal life. This is a fact. If I'm pouring out more than I'm receiving, then I'm in disagreement with the core of my being. It's not selfish to desire the things that make you happy. In fact, it's a kingdom principle to love yourself first. When you don't learn how to set healthy boundaries as a business owner, as an artist, as a creative, as a leader, you will get exhausted. Be careful that you don't get caught up in serving others so much, your family, your customers, your clients, at the expense of your well-being. Prioritize your leadership and personal development. Disrupt your own pattern as you pursue greatness. Connect with your expertise in a way that opens opportunities for advancement, and then develop your mindset and think in a multi-generational way. Don't just speak positive words. Take action to move toward the very thing that you desire. Remember that something bigger has to pull you into your destiny. Are you ready to break through the limitations that hold you back from reaching your full potential? Do you need direction to figure out your next big, bold move? Or do you struggle with self-doubt and self-confidence as a leader? Then you are the right person for the Leadership Growth Bootcamp. The Leadership Growth Bootcamp is designed to give you actionable strategies to help you clarify your vision, build confidence, develop your spiritual discipline, and unlock your leadership potential. Head on over to programs.slindilebaloy.com and enroll now to unlock your true potential. So, what should you keep in mind as you pursue this unshakable self-confidence? The first thing I would say is get direction. Get direction for yourself, get direction for your business, get direction for where you want to go. Formulate a clear vision with specific personal and business goal. I find that too many times we have this broad vision, but because it is not specific and we haven't categorized it into personal and business goals, it is harder to see that vision come to pass. So formulate a clear vision with specific personal and business goals. Write down, where do you see your business revenue growth? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, in 10 years' time? And how do you plan to generate more revenue in your business? How do you plan to influence your industry? How do you plan to add value to your department? Find what brings you passion, ignites your team. Solve people's needs, their desires, and their wants. And remember, wherever you are, provide a solution for a CEO's pain point, and your business will grow. You'll find that you'll get ideas that will propel you to accelerate in your leadership growth. Don't try to be the best. That only leads to comparison. Just lead. Don't follow. Lead. Learn to operate at your highest levels of achievement by doing less, as in do the simple things and don't overcomplicate your life. Figure out the one thing you know you need to do this year to succeed, and then do that. That will develop and build unshakable confidence when you see that come to pass. Remember that someone is always watching, listening, and learning from you. You're a leader. Lead by example and disrupt the norm. Never settle for where you are. Something bigger is happening in your life than you know. There's more happening behind the scenes than you realize. There are more people rooting for you to succeed than you are aware of. So never settle. And remember, when they say it can't be done, prove them wrong and do it anyway. When things become overwhelming in your position as a leader, as a business owner, follow these 8 steps to get you moving. Get a piece of paper, get your journal out, get your laptops open, because these will be helpful. These are 8 steps that I follow that I believe will truly, truly be a game changer for you, friend. Step number 1. This may be simple, but it really does work. Plan your week and then anticipate the meetings in your calendar. Anticipate the meetings in your calendar. Did you hear that? Plan your week, but then anticipate those meetings. Meaning, think about them, think about the people who'll be in those meetings, think about the logistics, where will you be, how will it impact you, think about how busy your schedule may be, do you need to move things out? Anticipate those meetings. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is feel the emotion related to those meetings. Where you feel dread and overwhelm, ask yourself, why do I feel that? If you're a believer, which I am, ask, God, give me grace for leading this meeting and this business. And ask, how can I show up differently in this meeting? Remember, step number 2 is feel the emotion related to those meetings. And then where you feel dread and overwhelm, ask, why do I feel that? Ask, God, give me grace to lead this meeting. And then lastly, how can I show up differently? Step number 3 is generate energy through movement. That means if you feel like you are not getting anywhere, move around, shift your meetings, do something different that you haven't done before. Have a conversation with someone that will energize you. Physically move your body, mentally move, emotionally move. Something happens when there's movement. Step number 4, delegate where you can. Part of feeling stuck and having a low self-worth and a low self-esteem and feeling overwhelmed is because there's too much on your plate. So delegate where you can. Let me talk to my overachievers who want to do everything. It's okay to delegate. Delegation just means that you trust more. Delegation allows you to free up space to do what you are called to do in that environment. Step number 5, this is one people forget. Breathe. It is amazing to me the number of times where I feel overwhelmed and I just breathe in and I breathe out. That calms my soul, that calms my spirit, and it literally brings things to the level where I can start to see more clearly. So really breathe. Write that down. Step number 5 is breathe. Step number 6, reprioritize through vision mapping. If you don't know what vision mapping is, that's a conversation for another time. You will have to get my book to read it. But vision mapping is a process that allows you to think through coaching questions of how to get direction, where you see your future, how to hone in on what you're passionate about, how to turn your habits into a skill that helps you generate money, and then how to enjoy that vision and to build a vision that's beyond you and beyond your years. It's a whole vision mapping exercise that I help you go through. Step number 7, set healthy boundaries. I cannot emphasize this more and more, how to set healthy boundaries. Step number 8, stop building a case for why you can't achieve your goals. All these steps were to help you get moving when you are feeling overwhelmed and you are feeling that you have zero self-confidence and you need to build unshakable confidence. It's important to note that personal development is at the core of leadership. When this is your core value, you know that you shouldn't lead projecting your pain and trauma, and you definitely should not lead people where you've never received breakthrough before. I can't emphasize that more. So coach, lead by example. Add value to your work. Ask questions often. That helps you build unshakable confidence. Those who ask questions, insightful questions, think through your questions before you ask, and ask with curiosity are those who will continue to build unshakable confidence. And be intentional with how you position yourself. I want to leave you with these few strategies to help you build self-confidence, which I know you are going to love. The first strategy is affirming yourself. Speak out loud to yourself. Speak positively. Declare the truth about your future. This increases your faith to believe in that future. It also allows that affirmation to renew your mind with the truth about yourself. Mind transformation is a strategic tool to recondition your brain to activate your power within. So meditating on good thoughts increases your capacity to overcome obstacles. Another strategy, honestly, is to trust your decision. Break through all limiting mindsets by shutting down doubt, shut down discouragement, and shut down disappointment. A double-minded person is unstable. So remember that doubt is the enemy of all breakthrough. So trust your decisions. Another strategy that I like to help people with is to help them overcome fear to take bold action. Don't let fear cause you to miss out on your time. Learn to turn impossible situations to creative opportunities, and then be prepared to fail. I believe our comfort zone sometimes can be our hiding place when we're unwilling to work on our personal growth. Another strategy is to find your creative outlet. This will help you build self-confidence. Find the thing that you lead well in your own category. Be innovative in that environment. Explore activities that you've never done before that will help you accelerate and become a better, more confident individual. Another strategy is surround yourself with successful people, people that are doing the very thing that you want to excel in. Surround yourself with that. Remember, poverty attracts poverty. Success attracts wealth, and it attracts wealth generators. So people who have no desire for you to be successful should not be in your close friendship circle. Let me say that again. People who have no desire for you to be successful should not be in your close friendship circle. Have influencers around you who think differently than you, leaders who will champion you and desire you to succeed in your growth journey. The other strategy is to collaborate with other business owners, other entrepreneurs, other leaders, other executives. It takes the focus off of you and it encourages you to help someone else's dream. So your network will expand and increase in revenue through healthy business partnerships. Let me give you one more. Renounce unbelief about your self-worth. Who you believe you are is at the cornerstone of all that you do. So change the perspective about how you see yourself as a leader and then believe that. If you keep believing that you lack commitment, change that and start finding ways and commit. Challenge yourself to commit to one thing and see that through. If you're an individual that has a hard time finishing projects, change that. Remember, you have a choice. Part of building self-confidence has to do with your choice. You've got to want to be more confident, to want to elevate yourself, to become a better person, a better leader, and then pursue that. It builds your confidence, it builds your strength, and allows you to operate in a way that you've never operated in before. The last thing I want to share on this is to commit to your goals and decide to be a powerful leader. It takes a decision to change and transform your entire life. It is just a decision. Some of what we speak comes from the decisions we've already made in our mind. So don't underestimate the decision factor of helping you become an unstoppable, unshakable, confident leader. This is what I know to be true about you. That you are called to something greater as an executive leader, as one who's aspiring to do something powerful in the world. Let your voice change people's lives. Let your life stand for something great. And let your confidence allow someone else to elevate where they are. I hope you enjoyed today's episode in helping you develop unshakable confidence. Make sure, if you haven't already gotten your book, Coaching Leaders for Impact, it is filled with incredible nuggets, coaching and leadership strategies to help you build your brand, personal brand, win others, and accelerate in leadership. If you enjoyed listening to this episode, do share it with a friend or a business bestie that you know needed to hear this. And then let's connect on www.slindile.com, where I can give you more resources and you could figure out ways how we can work together as a leadership coach, an entrepreneurship trainer, as well as your brand strategist. Until next time, friend, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.